Welcome, friends, to the big boycott of 2021. Since the election of President Donald Trump in 2016, we've seen what I call in my book, Deceptions of the Ages, Mormons, Freemasons, and Extraterrestrials, the rise of the corporation government media. You might also call it the deep state, or better yet, you may more accurately prefer what FBI agent Strzok texted to his FBI co-agent and lover during the fake Russia investigation about the secret society. Since the American people rose up and chose a leader not handpicked by the global corporate and banking elite, the American people were going to pay. We saw members of Congress advocating violence against their opposition. Loyal Americans are being attacked by Democratic operatives in the streets. We saw the media lie and lie again about various hoaxes conjured up by the FBI. We saw the media corporations race bait and stir up all kinds of ethnic and racial strife while advocating open borders in order to incite even more racial strife. We saw our government, our media, and our corporations band together to ridicule, oppose, and denounce any American who voted outside the New World Order stooges presented by the corporation government media. When the impeachment of Donald Trump failed, China carried out an open attack on America with the help of the Democratic Party. Now, I would like to present 10 questions you must ask your political leaders. Number 1, how much did you have before you took office? Number 2, how much do you have now? Number 3, have you ever invested in a company that would benefit from a law or bill you passed? Number 4, how much do you receive from social media companies and their employees? Number 5, how much do you receive from Google, Microsoft, and Apple? Number 6, how much have you invested in these companies? Number 7, why are these companies allowed to exist as monopolies? Number 8, how much have you made since the COVID-19 attack? Number 9, what would have happened if the virus had come from a lab in Iran, Iraq, or Kuwait? And number 10, if all the decisions are made by the CDC and World Health Organization now, what good are you and why should I vote for you again? The fact is, with the Dominion voting machines, rigged ballot counting, and ballot harvesting, the Democrats, with the help of big tech and their sponsor China, think they have established a one-party Politburo system. With daily updates to terrorize the population and a ready army of Soros-sponsored thugs and protesters to tear up any city and maim or kill anyone who opposes them, the Democrats think their thugs at big tech are going to censor any voices that question them. Well, we have a little present for them, and it's called the Big Boycott of 2021.
Let's go ahead and get started with the featured speakers. All right, you guys, to anyone that's new, I'm Victoria with the Seattle Truth Network and organizer of this event. It's so good to see so many faces. Thank you. See, it's so good to see so many faces, right? Faces, yeah. We love faces here. Come on over, you guys. We're going to get the next speaker going. And And we're just getting started. We've got a lot of fun for today. All right, our next speaker is in Redmond, running for against Susan Delbenny in the 1st District. And I just happened to meet him. What a great coincidence. Let's welcome Matt Heines.
Thank you, Victoria. You guys, thank you everybody for showing up here. When I drove by first time, I saw the corner, I didn't see anybody. I said, oh boy, maybe I'll just drive by. So, but then I came down here and you were all here. So the first thing that I would like to do is introduce myself. As Victoria said, I'm running against Susan Delbenny in the 1st Congressional District in Washington State. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is Victoria, I went to the first March for Freedom, and that was in Olympia, correct? Because I've gone to so many of these things, and every time I go to one, it seems like it rains. So a lot of people think, oh, that's bad, but I don't think George Soros springs for raincoats, so you don't have to worry about protesters. So another thing that I'd like you guys to, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but as far as this mask thing goes, Governor Jay Inslee, according to his wife, since she started wearing the mask, or he started wearing the mask, it's like the best sex she's ever had. So I don't know if you guys have heard that. But, you know. And I don't know if you guys heard this also about politicians, but the coronavirus, or as I like to call the China virus, has really put a crimp on the budgets of our politicians. Why? Because they have to pay for masks for both faces. All right, now I didn't come up here to do my stand-up routine because, number one, it's not very good. Number two, I think that this is a really, really serious issue. And let me start off by saying this. What I'm doing with the camera, I'm basically recording this. I'm recording as many people as I can so we can put this on YouTube, because one thing we don't have is media, right? And one of the things that has really been a problem is that our media that's supposed to ask questions, they're just causing more problems. They're creating more fear. And so we are our own media, and I will, you can get my contact information from Victoria, but this will be on my Vote for Heines YouTube channel. All right, so I am coming from an education background. I have a master's degree in education. I've taught for over 20 years. I taught in Alaska, Washington, Sultanate of Oman, and Saudi Arabia. So I've been all over the world, and I have studied history all my life. I've written a book called Deceptions of the Ages, and it's about exactly what is going on now. It is about misinformation. It is about how the communists and the Nazis and every totalitarian regime seizes power. So I don't have to sit here and tell you what the problem is. I think there's plenty of people who do that. I'm here to tell you what I think the solution is. And I didn't bring one with me, but if anybody has $1, or you could just visualize it, think of a dollar bill. The dollar bill is our weapon. Because what I'm asking people to do, I'm asking people not to do anything. I'm asking you, don't spend your money on certain things. Don't go to certain social media websites. We've all heard the problems, but we haven't heard any solution. But the solution is this: we vote with our money, we vote with our time, and we shut these bastards down. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how Hitler got started in Germany, and how the Soviets got started in Russia, but as a history teacher, it's the same script. It's the same script. And one thing you have to think about is it's a battle of words. Because, and I'll give you an example. T-shirts, right? I saw a T-shirt on like I sell T-shirts on Redbubble. It had one that said, "I got the vaccine because I'm not stupid." Really? Okay. So I guess that's the end of the argument. You got the vaccine because you're not stupid. Has anybody heard of thalidomide?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody heard of Hanford nuclear testing?
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of what the Nestle company did in Africa in the 70s with their fake milk? Okay, there's your science. But all these people say, oh, it's science. Science is going to save us. Science saved the Nazis, right? The Nazis said, oh, there are some people that don't matter, and we're going to get rid of them because it's science, right? Well, guess what? Guess who doesn't matter? You don't matter. You know why? Because you're not a multimillionaire. You don't sit in Congress. You don't make decisions for anybody. You sit here and you frickin' complain, and who cares? Until you do something, and I'm asking you to do nothing. I'm asking you on July 4th through July 11th through July 11th, just like the movie Independence Day, we take back our freedom. We take it back for not only the people of Washington, the United States, but the world. We ask the world, boycott these companies, boycott social media. And you know the companies I speak about, right? I drove past Redmond today. It looks like a nightmare. There are so many of these cranes going up. For who? Who's going to live in these places? How are they going to get to work? Who's going to feed them? There's all the questions and no answers because we have no leadership. So the last thing I want to say is I'm just asking you, do something by doing nothing. On July 4th, get off social media. On July 4th, don't buy anything from a certain country. On July 4th, don't buy anything from a state or a city that has views that are not American. And that's all I'm asking you for. Do something by doing nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. I'm so glad you made it today.
I'm Matthew Heines, and I support this message.